It has gotten to a point in Nigeria where agitation has been made for separation. We know our Igbo brothers are already agitating for Biafra. Biafra want to go. Now we are going out on Vox Pop on Flip TV to ask our fellow Nigerians what their view and what their decision will be if a referendum is being passed that Nigeria should separate. I am Babalola Timothy. Stay tuned as we go along the streets of Lagos to ask Nigerians about their view. I will be right back. We have our Igbo brother agitating for the Biafra. What will be your stand? Will you be in support of the separation?
What I just say inside it of the separation, Igbo now are ready to stand on their own. So Hausa, Yoruba, they don't have the heart to separate. But Igbo, they stand. Biafra said they wanted to stand on their own. But if what I just suggest is that I know there will be a war if they want to separate, because Hausa won't agree, Yoruba won't agree, but Yoruba don't ready to fight. Yoruba don't like anything war. So Hausa and Igbo, na them, na them. So I don't know why all the time they just Igbo people, they will just say okay, they wanted to celebrate or separate. I know what caused it, because of Nigeria, our leaders now, so they are not ready to support all the traditional. If Yoruba enter, Yoruba will support Yoruba to do many things for his own. So if Hausa enter, so that is what is really happening. They want to get their freedom. That is what so may they do anything for themselves, for their country. So that is all about it.
So will you support the separation?
I don't support it, but I support it rather. I'm a Yoruba guy, but I don't support it. But the way that my support is that if they go on their own, we are going to enjoy our own side. So even this Lagos, they can't claim Lagos. So it is Yoruba owns it. So Hausa will go their own, Igbo will go their own. If they want to enter our country, they need to do the passport and the visa before they enter our. But so we have enough things. We have farm, Yoruba have farm. So maybe they know things say now them they feed us. So if they go separate, but why I don't support, because there will be war if they want this separate. So that is why I don't support. But I support it if there is not going to be war.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, I dare support. Very, very well I dare support, because number one, the suffering is too much. So if everybody divide, everybody will be managing his own resources. So to take care of the people.
Do you believe independently each tribe have the material to sustain them?
Yes, now everybody have it. So anything where you go, take to manage yourself. Yes.
We know it is obvious that most of our food items are coming from the north. North have the highest production of foodstuff in Nigeria. So if we separate, don't you think we have to go to them to import foodstuff from their country to us?
Yes, it doesn't mean that we can import now. Then they will be importing some things from our side. Then we could import some things so that they will use it to maintain themselves. That is it. It's very, very good if they can do like that. It's very good. Igbos go their way, Hausa go their way, Yoruba go their way. So the government they wait for the outcome. So we are suffering too much. No job, nothing, no water, no light, no road. We got the delays. I know. So that is it.
If you go and form any nation now, the challenges that Nigeria is facing is a challenge that nation will face.
But most people believe that the challenges faced by Nigeria presently have to do with ethnic group. So they believe if the same ethnic should convert themselves as a nation, there wouldn't be the same problem.
It's beyond ethnicity, because in the north, you have those who have advantage over others in terms of wealth. You come to the south here, you have people who are wealthier than others. You have people who are servants, you have people who have masters. So the master-servant relationship is everywhere in the world, even if all of us speak the same language. So some people will be greater or stronger or economically more viable than others, and they want to employ them, so they work under them. the truth of the matter is, whether you are high or low, just play your role well, treat others well, and the nation will move forward. If you form an Igbo nation, they will have their issues. If you form a Yoruba nation, they will have their issues. If you form an Hausa nation, they will have their issues. They already have issues. In fact, all of us already have issues within.
Internal issues.
Internal issues within the Yorubas, within the Hausas, within whatever tribe you want to talk about. The important thing, just like this speech thing, is that we relate well with others. We have a nation where we respect each other, we follow the rule of law, we treat people the way we want them to treat us. Then you can have a nation. So it's not about ethnicity really. It's about us deciding to do things right as a nation.
I think that should be the right step in the right direction. Nigerian state more or less has become not just a failing state, but a failed state. There is a difference between a failing state, which probably there is hope of being, revamped. But as it is now, Nigeria state has collapsed. You see, certain instances on different occasions. See, and let's say any state that does not respect the rule of law, that does not respect the rights, protect the rights of the citizens, of our citizens, is a failed state. Because the major responsibility of governance is to provide basic amenities, deliver the dividends of the democracy to her people, her citizens, to protect the right to protect the life of her citizens and their properties. When they fail in this primary responsibility, they have failed in all. So if people are agitating for self-determination because they want to succeed, they want to move forward, Nigeria is not moving forward. Every person in Nigeria should understand what is going. Even outside worlds, look at the inflation index. 11 points, close to 12%. 2 confirmed digits, unshaken digits. And that defines the way forward. That Nigeria is a state in the state of moribund. And there is nothing you can do at this point except the fundamental human rights are being entrenched, except the government respects fundamental human rights, which I know they cannot. You see? So the best thing for every ethnic group or society or race that want to move forward is to succeed. So the call for referendum is the right call at the right time. And that is the only way some section of Nigerians can move forward. Nigeria is no longer a state. They have failed in provision of security to life and property, which is the primary duty of governance. They have failed to deliver the dividends of democracy to her citizens. Look at the life expectancy in Nigeria. It's less than 40%. While in Western world, where governance, you see, is respected and the rule of law is adhered to. You see people living above 80, 100. In Nigeria now, people are no longer smiling and suffering and smiling. They are suffering and they are in pains. Nigerians were known to be people who are suffering and smiling, but it is never the same because it has gone beyond what Nigerian could bear. It has gone beyond the threshold. Look at the abuse of power by the so-called dictatorship of Buhari, under Buhari's dictatorship ruling. Look at abuse of power. I mean, the sacrilege committed against judiciary. of recent, there was a law procession going on, and the DSS has to invade the courts procession in order to rearrest somebody who is facing the court of law. What can you say about such a society? So, it, I am ashamed being a Nigerian under this confinement, under these arrangements. And with this, the Bible said that when the righteous in authority, what does it mean being righteous? Doing the right thing the right way. People rejoice, but when the wicked is in authority. So the only way I do agree with Fanik Kayode, he said that the only way to move this country forward, which is impossible, is to unseat this governance. Because they have brought more division to Nigerians. They have brought more pain and hardship to Nigerians. They have brought more loss of life. Look at many widowers, you see, all over the country. You see, people, lawlessness and state of anarchy defines the life of Nigerians every day of our life. If you don't see, look at even the police, who should be friendly to the people, extorting people, even in this Xmas, because there is no respect of law. If the people up there are not adhering to the rules of law, their subjects should also follow suit. I see, carrying out raids, why people are going on their way, you arrest them. People that are doing their job, you arrest them on the basis, on the disguise of what are you looking for, only to extort them. So Nigeria has gone to the state of, have gone abysmal in terms of moral status, and we have become a laughing stock to the community of nations.
Don't you think restructuring will be a better tool rather than separation?
Restructuring in the first dispensation, when we practice through federalism, you can see that people were allowed to harness the resources within their confines in order to develop at their own pace. By so doing, they foster good governance. They provide the basic amenities, education to the people. They create enabling environments. And in those days, we are told that you hardly look for jobs. Graduates are being sought for. You see, look at the West developing by Awolowo. Look at the Eastern region. You see, there is healthy competition. Why? Because people want to survive. They want to make meaning out of their lives. And look at the state now. People are clamoring to return back to that federalism, which we claim to have been practicing, which is just a verb. You see, an illusion. Why? Because look at in the federal exclusive list, all the mineral resources are being controlled by the federal. How much of them are being harnessed or utilized for the betterment welfare of Nigerians? None. They only focus on fuel, fossil, petrol, because that is the best, easiest way for a poor man, for somebody that is clueless, to steal, to embezzle money, and which is not moving the nation forward. So restructuring, as far as Nigeria is concerned, and those people within the corridor of power, those cabals, they will not allow restructuring to survive, because once it survives, it means the neutralization of power. You see, it means apportioning, leaving power to the regions. It will not be centralized. They will lose those privileges. And that is to tell you how selfish and how demonic these people are. They know how Nigeria could move forward, but they don't want to do it. So restructuring, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is dead on arrival. The only way for people who want to move ahead, who want to take their destinies into their hands is to call for self-determination, of which the Biafrans have gone that way far, and we are not retreating as far as Biafrans are concerned. So we want to get our self-independence and determine our future in our hands, not leaving it in the hands of few wicked and callous tyrant rulers who has no conscience and who will never have peace as far as justice remains.
Some persons have said Nigerians should separate, that separation is the best recipe for having a greater nation. While some others say Nigeria shouldn't separate, that if we separate, we will still have the same problems we are having due to the reason that we are having internal issues as we are still together. The Yoruba have their internal issues, the Igbo have their internal issues, and the Hausas as well have their internal issues. They believe we can suppress all these issues and revamp Nigeria to become a better nation. So this is where we are going to drop down the curtain on Vox Club on Flip TV. Join us for more exciting and insightful stories and edition of this program. From the decks of our Flip TV, I wish all our viewers and our reviewers Merry Xmas and Happy New Year. I am Babadola Timothy. Have a nice day. Bye.